If Risa Tisa's story hasn't taught us shit else, it is literally that the switch up is real, okay? It is not just a figment of your imagination. These men will switch the hell up quicker than you can say the word switch up. And by switch up, I mean like completely change personalities, okay? One minute he's sweet and loving and he's doing all the things, just like in Risa Tisa's story, where he was doing acts of service and stuff like that for you. And then everything goes downhill from there. That's the switch up, babe. I'm going to give you a list of hot points at which that switch up is more likely to show. Number one, when you become exclusive. Some dudes, I don't know why, have not marriage certificate, ain't really doing much for you, can't really control where you go or who you talk to or who you see. But that point at which he calls you his girlfriend or whatever it is, girl, some of them think that that's like a jail or cage or something. I don't know, but a lot of them will choose that point in which to switch up. That's why giving your exclusivity away so easily with no effort, just literally a lot of y'all are going on first dates and next thing you know, y'all are stuck together like glue. Y'all are inseparable, if you will. That's when you can see a lot of things change. The next one is going to be when y'all start to cohabitate, if y'all move in together. That's a big one. A lot of times you will begin to see a person's true colors when you move in together. And I'm not talking about, this is leave his dirty socks on the floor. I'm not talking about, are you not clean enough for him? I'm talking about some real severe changes, a big switch up. We see that in Risa Tisa's story. Like, when they moved in together, and they moved in together so quick. Like, sometimes that triggers something in their mind. They think, oh, I got her exactly where I want her to be now. They know a lot of women are going to be like Risa Tisa. I mean, I fell for it in the past before. We weren't married yet. We were engaged. And then he started to show his true colors. And at that point, maybe you've already sent out wedding invitations. Maybe you've already made an announcement. That's why I always say it's important to be ready to get up and leave, regardless of what anybody else will think about you at any point in a relationship. I've heard countless stories, okay, not just mine, of women who found out that their partner wanked shit right before the wedding and still went through with it because they didn't want to let their family members down or waste all their money. Now, the next two I'm going to talk about are going to be the most common, okay? The first one is going to be when you actually get married. That's why I've said that when you hear women talk about, he needs to know within the first couple of months, and you see women walking down the aisle 2 and 3 and 4 months in, that's grooming. Society has literally groomed women to basically forgo all their rights, all their freedoms, and tie themselves legally to somebody that they barely even know. And the longer you take to get to know somebody, i.e., being boyfriend or girlfriend for 2 or 3 years or 5 years or what have you, the more society will say that it's you, the woman. It's your problem that he doesn't want to marry you. You're just not the one. Again, it's all grooming. And then the last one, this is probably the most insidious one. This is the one that not only just affects you, it affects maybe definitely one other person, but a lot of people will be affected by this. And that's when you have a baby, when you get pregnant and or have the baby. I've heard countless stories of women talking about that their partner didn't start abusing them physically until they got pregnant. And I'm just going to drop this gem for you right now. The highest case or cause of mortality while pregnant is literally homicide. Couple that with the fact that we know statistically that most time when women are unalive, they are unalive by somebody that they know, mostly their intimate partners. And then I'm just going to throw out a bonus one that I think is worth mentioning as well. When your money changes, let's say you lose a job, or maybe even you gain a great job and you start making more money. But it's more often when, you don't have the resources. Maybe you lost your job, or, you got sick or something like that. That's when switch up can occur as well. So ladies, it's not a figment of your imagination, okay? The switch up is real. If you start to noticing signs of a switch up in behavior, it don't matter if you're pregnant, if you're getting married, if you're engaged, it don't matter. Just know that that's a huge red flag and worse is to come.